Some goodbyes aren't made out of certainty, they're made out of fear. Fear of staying. Fear of feeling more. It's the terror of what happens when you let someone in completely, when you hand them the map to your heart and trust them not to get lost. It's easier to say goodbye, to build a wall, and call it a boundary. It feels safer to leave first, to be the one who walks away before you can be left behind. It's a self-preservation instinct, a defense mechanism that whispers you're better off alone. But what if that fear is lying? What if the real risk isn't in staying, but in letting fear write the endings to stories that were just beginning? Maybe the bravest thing isn't saying goodbye, but choosing to stay, to face the fear, and to see what beautiful things might grow on the other side of it. Missing someone doesn't mean you should go back. Sometimes it just means they mattered. It's a natural echo of a connection that once filled a space in your life. You might miss the laughter, the shared secrets, the simple comfort of their presence, and that's okay. It's human to look back on those moments with a sense of warmth and longing. But nostalgia can be a tricky thing. It often filters out the reasons why things ended, painting the past in a softer light. Remember, growth often requires letting go. Acknowledging that someone was important to you is a sign of your capacity to love and connect deeply. It doesn't obligate you to reopen a chapter that is already closed. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for them is to appreciate the memories from a distance and continue moving forward on your own path. Cherish what was, but don't let it hold you back from what can be. Love doesn't disappear all at once. It fades quietly through moments that were never talked about. It's in the unanswered text that you stared at for too long, wondering if you should send another. It's in the dinners spent in silence, where the clinking of forks was louder than any conversation. It's in the goodbyes at the door that no longer end with a turned-back glance. One day, you notice the empty space on the couch feels a little bigger, a little colder. You stop sharing the small, silly details of your day because you assume they don't care to hear them. The inside jokes become forgotten memories, and then you wake up and realize the person sleeping next to you feels like a stranger. It wasn't a single, dramatic event. It was 1,000 tiny, unspoken goodbyes that led to the final one. Some people leave because staying hurts more than walking away ever will. It's not about giving up or not loving the other person anymore. Sometimes, it's about choosing yourself. It asks the quiet realization that the person you've ever become in a relationship isn't who you want to be. The constant ache in your chest, the apologies that hang in the air unspoken, the future you can no longer picture together, it all adds up. Leaving is terrifying, a step into the unknown. But staying means slowly losing pieces of yourself until there's nothing left. It's a daily battle against a current that's pulling you under. So they choose the sharp, clean pain of a goodbye over the slow, dull erosion of their soul. It's an act of self-preservation, a desperate attempt to find their way back to the person they were before the hurt became their home. Closure rarely comes from conversations. It comes from accepting what was never said. We often chase after that one last talk, believing it holds all the answers, the apologies, the explanations we crave. We think if we could just hear the right words, the hurt would finally make sense, and the chapter would feel complete. But how often does that conversation actually happen? And even when it does, how often does it give us what we truly need? True closure is an internal process. It's the quiet moment you realize you don't need their words to validate your feelings. It's understanding that some questions will remain unanswered, some goodbyes will remain unspoken, and that's okay. It is the strength you find in letting go of the need for an ending written by someone else. You write your own ending by accepting the silence and deciding to move forward, not because the story is perfectly resolved, but because you are ready for a new one. You can love someone and still walk away. That doesn't make you heartless. It makes you honest. Honest enough to admit that love alone isn't always enough to make a relationship work. It's a painful truth, but a necessary one. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself, and even for them, is to let go. It's an act of profound self-respect to say, I love you, but I love myself more than I love the pain of staying. It means you recognize that your happiness, your peace, and your future matter. Walking away isn't giving up. It's choosing yourself. It's understanding that some chapters, no matter how beautiful, have to end so your own story can continue. And that is a quiet, powerful form of courage. The hardest feelings to carry are the ones you never speak. They stay longer. They grow heavier. They become this weight inside your chest, a silent story that no one else knows. At first, it's just a whisper, a little secret you keep tucked away. But over time, that whisper turns into a constant hum, a background noise to your every thought. These unspoken words, these unshared emotions, they start to build walls around you. You carry them into every room, into every conversation, a ghost that sits on your shoulder. They tangle with your joy and dim your brightest moments. It's like holding your breath, waiting for a release that never comes because you're the only one who can let it out. And the longer you hold on, the more they become a part of you, until you almost forget what it feels like to be light.